This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Season's greetings to you all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news as the Prime Minister and members of the Cabinet convened in New Providence to outline strategies to stamp out crime. Here on Grand Bahama, a local pastor was meeting with the media, demanding that something be done about the issue of bail for persons accused of serious crimes. The pastor, who is still mourning the murder of a family member less than a year ago, is calling attention to what he calls a breakdown in the system and says the authorities must act now. Local pastor and recording artist Simeon Oughton is outraged. His brother, Christopher, was killed back in January in the Deadman's Reef area, and 4 suspects were later charged with his death. But today, the pastor alleges that some of them have already been given bail.
I'm asking them to raise the bail to at least $1 million cash bail if you're charged with murder. At least $500,000 cash bail, attempted murder. $350,000 for charge with rape. Housebreaking, we have to raise the bar.
He credits the Royal Bahamas Police Force with doing a tremendous job by capturing suspects and placing them behind bars. But he says the laws must be tightened and the Bail Act must be amended to increase the bail amount for suspects, especially in cases of repeat offenders.
The system is so out of whack, within weeks, these persons are back on the street and shedding the bloods of my brothers and sisters. And and as a pastor, I'm angry, I'm outraged, and I believe it's time for some radical steps to be taken so we could see some change in our country.
As a pastor, Oughton says Christians must stand up against the injustices taking place in this country.
I'm a part of what's called a Christian Council. What a massive campaign that was raged against gambling. I mean, the Bahamas Council president came to Freeport. They did workshops and seminars, and they brought T-shirts and flyers, and no mankind can stop gambling. None of us. And where is the campaign for the murders that are on the streets of the Bahamas?
He adds that the government must also rise up and take this country back.
We're losing our economics. Our tourists are not coming as they should. The United States Embassy is sending out warning to their citizens. It's affecting all of us, and so we need to get serious.
As he mourns the death of his brother, Pastor Oughton says it is time to save lives by getting tough on the criminals.
You cannot just go into someone's house, invade their privacy, and some smart lawyer gets you off the cuff on bail within a few weeks. And I'm talking, we need to raise the bar. And that's what I'm calling on the authorities to do. Increase the bail. Go to millions. And so, because it's just a few, you listen to the police. It's only a few bad apples that's constantly creating these environments. And I'm asking them to do something about it.
Police say quick action by officers led to the arrest of 3 suspects following the robbery of a gas station in 8 Mile Rock. Now, according to reports, 2 armed men reportedly held up and robbed the gas station around 7 p.m. on Friday. Police say 3 suspects were dressed in dark clothing and wore hooded jackets when they entered the station, demanded cash, and fled the area. Reports reveal that during their investigation in the Hannah Hill area, they arrested 3 suspects who were found in possession of 5 rounds of .38 ammunition, 5 rounds of .357 ammunition, 1 chrome .357 Magnum revolver, 1 .38 fire cartridge, 1 .357 cartridge, and $195 in cash, suspected to be proceeds taken during that robbery. Now, the suspects are expected to be charged before the magistrate's court sometime this week. And police on patrol in Baz Lane arresting a 30-year-old man for firearm and ammunition possession. Police tell us that around 11 o'clock this morning, officers observed a man throwing an object through the window of his car and then sped off. Officers gave chase and captured the suspect, retrieving a black chrome .45 pistol containing 1 black magazine with 5 live rounds of ammunition. He is scheduled to be charged before the court this week. Switching gears now, as the demand to assist those in need increases in Grand Bahama's stagnant economy, a local charity is calling on the local community to lend a helping hand in the new year. Our Charisma Robinson tells us how the organization made it through another year despite high operational costs and limited manpower.
The majority of the government's grant to the Red Cross Society of the Bahamas has again remained in the nation's capital. But still here on Grand Bahama, with very little assistance, officials have managed to make it through yet another year.
You know, the Red Cross in any community depends on its full generosity for its full operation. And our challenges have been operational costs. You know, the fuel is high for the stove we cook on. There is the vehicular fuel to transport the meals on wheels. And the power bill has been high.
Administrator Mary Culma, who has been with the organization for 4 years, says 2013 was definitely better than 2012, but they did see an increase in the number of individuals coming in for assistance.
We have a lot of homeless persons, and it's difficult to assess homeless persons because you don't know where they're going, you don't know where they come from and what their situation is. And so in terms of 2013 has not, in my opinion, been as bad as 2012. That is why I see signs of progress in the economy. But we will always have the poor with us, we will always have the needy with us, and we continue to seek to assist those persons.
Culmer says the organization is in dire need of manpower. She's appealing to volunteers within the community to step up to the plate in the new year.
It would be my hope that the community would become more aware of those less fortunate around them, seek to come in and assist the work of the Red Cross in Grand Bahama. We do not have staff, and so to take on the full community in these various capacities continues to be a great challenge to us. I would want to appeal to volunteers in the community to come in, if only one day a week, and perhaps for 2 hours deliver the Meals on Wheels. That will so much assist the work that we do. We are also greatly in need of persons to go out and assist us with assessing persons in the community. As you know, the Red Cross seeks to provide assistance to the most prioritized in our community. Therefore, it requires proper assessment, and that has been a difficulty.
The organization is thankful, though, for those who did assist in a big way this year. With the help of its corporate sponsors, Culmer says the organization was able to uphold its mandate. Charisma Robinson, ZNS Network News.
Well, transportation officials on Grand Bahama ending the year on a high note as the organization paused recently to mark a major milestone and to honor the legends in that sector. John Davis Roll has this story.
Officials of the Grand Bahama Taxi Union ushered in the Yuletide season with a bang. The popular Legends Marching Band joining Union President David Jones and members of his executive team as they celebrated in grand style. The special event all in honor of trailblazers in the transportation industry.
Today is about giving honor to whom honor is due. We have gentlemen that are the founders of the union who have worked hard for taxi drivers, who have put the Magic City on the map. And today we just want to show them our love, our support, because without them, I wouldn't have been no us today.
Jones says the event this year featured a special twist, as it also signaled an historic moment for the organization.
We want to name the auditorium after a great man, none other than Mr. Andrew R. Munnings. He's actually one of the founders of the union. Then we're going to name some office space after some long, hard-serving persons. We had persons like the president's room will be called Art Culmer Room. He was actually the second president of this organization. Then we're going to have the secretary room, which is done by Mr. Kenneth Dawkins. We have the treasury room, Mr. Patrick Russell. All these persons have served hard. So we see it's only fitting that we name these office space and the auditorium after them.
Jones thanked the Grand Bahama community for its unwavering support, and he paid tribute to the men and women who continue to drive the local transportation sector.
We can't take nothing for granted. This year we've had taxi drivers, at least about 6 or 7 taxi drivers pass. So today we want to celebrate also life, but we can't take nothing for granted. These persons have worked hard to put the taxi business where it is today, and we must carry it on.
I'm going forward with the organization relative to the future of this celebration, and obviously you added a new twist. We saw the band come forward. Obviously it added a flair to the festivities.
Man, that band was awesome, eh? Did you see me in the front there? Again, I couldn't do nothing without my executive. They planned real hard. We spent late hours in the night planning, and it looks pretty good. We're really happy today.
Joan Davis-Rowe, Saturday Night Network News.
Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues right after this.